not caught up with what the rest of the world has been doing. This new policy brings us in line with the happenings around the world, and will, if we do everything right, make our aviation industry world class.
And now I'm wondering, this policy, especially Section 7, has generated a lot of controversy, of course, from some parties who are currently trading words over it. I'm wondering, what's your perspective on this particular section?
I think Section 7 is for progress. And those people who...
Can you explain what the section is all about?
The section talks about non-scheduled aircraft, talks about foreign aircraft operation. And I think that's progress. I think we need the world to see that we can generate our own business on our own. We have people who can buy and deregister aircraft in the country and carry on the business of charter flights the way the rest of the world is. One thing that we really want to do is to be able to grow charter services, business jet operation, like the rest of the world. And one thing, and as far as everything is going now, we have not been able to bring into focus the proper auditing, proper oversighting of that sector of the aviation industry.
Why so?
So now, well, it's a new thing, right? And we're happy it's here. We see progress. We have over 80 executive jets already in the country, and we're looking for more. We're hoping it will grow to about 500 in a few years, and we'll have far-reaching effects and reach everywhere on the globe with people moving back and forth. I think it's good business, but we have to do it right. And this is a time to be able to start it right. So the policy drives the focus of being able to bring into focus the way we are, the way the rest of the world are doing business. General aviation is something that's been done in the US, in the UK, in Australia, and it's an area where the industry grows. We have...
sorry to cut you, but the fact that right now that section is actually saying that some parties accuse the president of bringing this at this time just to, of course, be vindictive to some people, and that this is not about national interest. Do you agree with all such comments?
Well, I totally agree. I totally disagree with that. And quite frankly, I see Section 7 as progress, and will not like to discuss anything other than that. I don't want to exchange words with people who feel that it's something to do with politics or with being vindictive or anything. And what do you want me to say about that? I'm in this business for progress. If I start focusing my direction into something else that is not in line with progress, I don't think we'll move anywhere. So, quite frankly, if you read the Section 7 properly, you'll see that it's in line with security, safety of the industry.
So how is it really going to help safety and security?
Well, it does, because up till now, you'll find foreign registered aircraft in the country, and they go everywhere, where they're not supposed to go. In other countries, foreign registered aircraft arrive in the country, and they don't go anywhere until they're outbound from the country. I think there's a mixture between foreign registered aircraft that operate into the country and foreign registered aircraft that operate in the country. The foreign registered aircraft that operate in the country are doing so because the owners of the aircraft are not able to allow the operators to deregister the aircraft until such time they have paid for the aircraft. On the other hand, foreign registered aircraft that come into the country belong to other people, other countries who operate into Nigeria and go to wherever they want is not acceptable. I think that it's time for us to put our foot down and start to do things right.
Now, what really are the changes between the reviewed policy and the old one?
The old policy wasn't far-reaching enough. The new policy is beginning to address modern aviation.
What exactly would you pinpoint to say this has been a major challenge and this reviewed policy will address this head-on?
Well, the new policy will address airports, renovation of airports, will address aerotropolis, will address foreign registered aircraft operation, will address growing the industry from the point of view of training pilots and training engineers who will eventually fit in to to other areas of the industry, to bigger airlines, and reduce the influx of foreign licensed pilots to fly for our airlines.
So, of course, in the next few years, how do you envision the aviation industry to look like? Currently, not many are impressed with what's going on there.
Well, aviation is in the eye of everybody. We all fly from point A to point B. And a lot of people are not very happy about the service they're getting.
Sure.
Well, in the next couple of years, I think there's going to be a lot of progress because government has decided that this is a time to get involved and make the people happy about what services they're getting.
Is this also going to address services, poor and shabby services, of course, currently experienced by Nigerians at the airports?
It will address everything in totality. If you look at the renovations that are going on in Lagos, renovations that are going on, that has happened in the GA section of Abuja, and several other renovations in Benin, you'll see the people are beginning to feel that, they begin to have that feeling that they're traveling. And with the feeling that you're traveling and the comfortability you find at the airport, it gives you comfort that things are beginning to look up, and hopefully the airlines will now will start to benchmark on the progress made at the airports to make flights even safer. The NCA has also been doing a lot of work in trying to make airlines safe, and one of the things that we have that points to safety in Nigeria is that even International Civil Aviation Authority, organization, has been talking positively about the way aviation is growing in Nigeria, and we want to keep it that way. In Africa, we are one of the leaders in aviation, and we want to keep it that way.
Well, we'll take a break. We're still with the Director of General Aviation, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. And when we come back, we're still on the new aviation policy. Stay with us.
Is that there has not been an all-inclusive approach to get this document all sorted. Otherwise, we would spend very little time sitting in this room if the stakeholders had been carried along and told what it is, and indeed we would have made generous input to ensure that the final document, when it comes out, is useful. Having said that, I have had a challenge